Good evening, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Welcome back to the stream. You'll have to bear with me tonight. I'm a little bit off my game, a little bit tired. I've been pushing myself quite hard today, but I've been quite productive. I've changed a few things about on the stream. So instead of one big socials command, we now have !Twitter, !D&D, and !Ko-fi. Those three will get you the three links. We still have !Discord for our Discord server. I'd appreciate seeing everyone there, but you don't need to. It's just a quiet place people can hang out. You will also have the option to opt in to Discord pings for when we go live. For the people who can't make the stream all the time, but would still like to keep up with how things are going, I am uploading streams onto YouTube, usually the day after they go live, and those videos will usually go live at 8 PM BST. So the most recent one has literally just gone live now. That's quite an interesting one because it has the mech raid that we fought through. So I'm going to be taking a couple of clips from that, and I'm going to be looking at doing another YouTube short, another video for TikTok. And that's a bit noisy in the background. But yeah, I've been pushing myself quite hard. I've done a lot of work on D&D stuff today. Let's try and catch the Cranidos Poke Catch. Yeah, so I've done more work on the Ranger subclass. That's coming together quite nicely. I have the next set of creatures for Creatures and Critters that I'm planning on releasing sometime next week. Again, I'm just tidying those up, putting them into the right format to release them on Ko-fi. And I made good progress on the first batch of pre-gen characters for Heroes and Heartthrobs. That'll be going live on the Ko-fi shop. I did post up a teaser of the first one, which is a Mountain Dwarf Barbarian. It is a very basic build. It's designed for new players who are playing through levels 1 to 4. And it's designed to be used with only 2 books required. Whereas I am also going to be doing some more advanced characters that will require more knowledge and potentially more books to actually run those characters. But for now, we're going to be jumping back into RimWorld. I've been having a lot of fun with it recently. Cassie's really testing my patience. Last thing before we do, earlier today we hit 97 followers, so we are very, very close. And yeah, when we hit 100, we're going to be doing a Twitch integrated run using Puppeteer and Twitch Toolkit. And yeah, I'm nervous because Twitch integration is going to be a bit of chaos. We're going to also going to be playing with Randy Random, so we shall see how it goes. But for now, let me make sure I've got everything I need up, and let's get back into RimWorld. We are going to the Treaty of the Valley, and where did I leave us? Were we facing down something at the time? I know there's a mech cluster on the map. I think I left us at a relatively peaceful moment. Oh dear, big yawn. Sorry, like I said, you'll just have to bear with me a little bit on the tiredness front. Okay, where are we? Okay, things are relatively quiet. It looks like we made our way most of the way through the cleanup, and we're just getting major repairs done. That's fine by me. We're going to be building a bank of batteries as soon as we have fuses researched. We're not currently researching that, we're doing geothermal power, because that will give us a little bit more juice to recharge the batteries with. Okay, so I'm liking where things are currently. Oh dear. Just yawned again. So I think I'm feeling so tired because since I've had COVID a few times, I've been napping a lot more just to keep my my energy levels up and things like that. And today was one of the first days I didn't specifically sit down and have an afternoon nap. So I think I'm starting to feel it. And the fatigue is really hitting me. But we'll soldier on. I've got 4 hours of RimWorld that I'm looking forward to getting on with. So I know last time we were having issues with the speed. So let's see if triple speed will give us what we need. So... oh god. Oh, that's a big infestation. That's in our temple as well. That's a lot. Oh, you evil. Okay, where do we want to fight this from? This is not going to be good. I was not expecting this so quick into the stream. This is okay. Okay, let's stack up. Let's open the door. Okay, who has useful powers? Hello there, Lottie. We seem to have a bug problem. Cassie is starting us off strong today. We had an infestation that filled out this area here, and put some hives in our temple as well. So it was starting off strong. Yeah, I've got a few bugs. Okay, Erin, move out, please. And Zaf, come and take the spot. Rush. Tend to Erin, please. Leroy Jenkins. Throw Word of Healing on Chitin, please. Okay, how are we looking? Okay, I think we're doing okay. I think we've got them all down. Okay, right. Now, you two finish off those. You finish off that. Actually, you can finish off anything still living. Chitin can go. White can go. Okay, you can go. Saf, you can go. You can go. Koala and Leroy Jenkins, you're not bleeding heavily. Look, I just want to move. I don't want to pick up anything. Ah, right, it's because I had more than just these guys selected. Okay, everyone should be gone. Okay. I was not expecting that. Okay, Erin and Rush, you can go, sorry. So, orders, sorry. Let's get everything hauled out, and then we can focus on the cleanup later. Okay, and Amoris, Ultra Ball. Yeah, definitely the fun of RimWorld. We were able to summon a black queen using Erin's psi powers. Not Erin's, Luca's psi powers. It's a very strong, very tanky unit, so it helped us fight off that raid, that infestation, sorry. But, oh, yeah, sorry, we can let our rock boys go. They'll help us with the cleanup. But this door we can turn off, hold open, and this one as well. And this one. So I am glad that I replaced all of these doors with plasteel, because, you know, they held up very well under direct attack, and it gave us a little more time to get into position. Yeah, that held up nicely. So let's make sure we've got these replaced. And power. We're missing a little bit. But I think everyone should be tended now. No, not quite. Leroy Jenkins, Koala's done, Erin's done. Chitin did lose an eye. He's also still missing an arm. But no one else took any wounds, that's fine. This Black Hive Queen is causing a bit of a problem because they're dripping blood everywhere. But if we can get all of the insectoids into freeze, that gives us a supply of corpses to use for food. And with our little rock constructs, should be an easy task to get them hauled in. Rush. Okay, who hasn't been tended? It's just Leroy Jenkins, I think. Come and tend to Leroy, please. So everyone should be set to... Yeah, everyone should be set to herbal medicine only. How are you doing, Lottie? You doing alright? Hope you've had a good weekend. Okay, Koala's back up and running. Erin could do with... she's alright. 67% health, she should be fine. Someone cook... Koala's cooking. Fine. I'd rather you cleaned first. Oh dear, that's rough. Yeah, I play quite a few of them. Well, saying that, I've played almost every game since the first generation. I do have Arceus and Sword and Shield. Yeah, it's Arceus. I've put down for a bit because I was getting a little bit annoyed with the Pokédex, and I've just noticed there is a hive here. Chitin, you're up and about. Come and take out this hive, please. But yeah, I do play the Pokemon games. I'm actually very tempted to dig out my my 2DS and go and revisit the DS Pokemon games. Purely because, you know, I've been thinking about it a lot recently. I really did enjoy those games. The earlier games, you know, the Game Boy and GBA games, enjoyed them at the time. Now they usually feel a little bit slow unless I'm playing them on an emulator. We do have an advert starting in just under 10 seconds, so 90-second ad break, and I'll see you back after we hydrate, rest your eyes, take any meds, etc. Welcome back from the ad break. And yeah, that's one of the things that annoys me about Arceus is, you know, you're forced to complete the Pokedex before you can complete the game. And I know that the entire game is a departure from the usual formula of Pokemon games, and that's what really drew me to it, and I really enjoyed that part. But being forced to complete the Pokedex is just like you. I like to complete the game first, and then I can take my time, I can chill out, and I don't have to, you know, actively pursue completing the Pokedex. I can do it in my own time. But yeah, so I'm a little bit frustrated with Arceus at the moment, but I will get around to completing it eventually. Is this... It's just going to hang around until it either bleeds to death or leaves. So we'll see. Green has tattered apparel. What's he wearing that's tattered? Is hoodie. Fair enough. I've not touched it for long enough that I have no idea what I've seen and what I've caught. We can get rid of that glow pod. It's been at least 4 or 5 weeks since I last touched it. So I've just been a little bit too busy, really. So I've been throwing myself into work and streaming and D&D stuff. Just, you know, piling project after project after project on top of myself. So it's the little time I have to play games myself, I want to play something that's not going to piss me off. Which at the moment isn't Arceus. Okay, so we can just... So our constructors are focusing on bits over here when they could, you know, be fixing these bits here. And our rock constructs are doing something. They're just wandering around, they're not doing the cleaning. Why are they not cleaning? You know, there's stuff for them to do right here. I don't know. This game sometimes, the AI can be a little bit off. Yeah, I had the same. What was I going to do next in research? It was basic fuses. Okay, so power. Oh dear, the defences are in the way. So we'll deconstruct those. We'll get the abandoned to come and deconstruct these. Stop ignoring my fucking orders. I say come and deconstruct things, so he goes, no, I'm going to go eat. Idiot. Look, just deconstruct the bits there. It's not difficult. Now, if this is going to block this, which it might do, I'm not sure, but if it does, we can take this out and we can replace it with solar generators. They're not going to power through the night, but with this, we should have enough to power the batteries. Yeah, yeah, I'd understand if he had the rebel trait, because, you know, the rebel trait means that they will actively not do things that you tell them to. But he's not got the rebel trait. He's got Undergrounder, Wanderlust, Jogger, Ugly and Tough. So if I tell him to do something, he should do it. But the AI is like, no, we're doing this now. Let's see if triple speed will work now. Yeah, so we've got a little bit more of a speed boost. The game's running a little smoother. I did a little clean up on my PC in general, so things are more or less running a little better now. So I was saying earlier, you will have to bear with me. I'm a little bit scatterbrained tonight, because I've been pushing myself very hard today. It's one of the first days that I've not had a midday COVID nap. Yeah, I've had since the start of the pandemic. Well, since the start of lockdowns in 2020, March, I've had COVID 5 times. I've been lucky enough that I've not had any serious complications, but one of the things that I've had that's carried over from, so I got it on the second bout, is major fatigue. And so, since then I started having a quick nap at midday. Today's the first day that I'm trying to push through to do a full day, including being busy and not having a nap, just so I can try and reset my sleep patterns so I'll sleep well tonight and be up, at a decent time tomorrow. And I am feeling it. But I've done a lot of work today. I've reorganized all of the social media commands for the stream. So instead of just having !socials, we've now got !Kofi, !Twitter, and !D&D. You might notice we have a couple of additional things on the screen now. Below our follower goal, we have a Kofi goal. And down at the bottom of the screen, next to me, we have my Kofi link. Yeah, I was in Drongo's stream this morning as well. So I've been about Twitch all day. I like having it on in the background while I'm working and things like that. What else have I done today? I sorted out a new emote that I've put in the tier 2 slot. Because I've got plans for the other two tier 1 slots. I've decided to put the Live Long and Prosper emote in the animated emote slot that I've got. That's in the process of being approved. So that's got some basic animations on it now as well. I spent an hour doing all of my scheduled tweets for the month. So those are all set up and ready to go. I uploaded yesterday's stream to YouTube. Got the thumbnail put on that, and scheduled that to go live at the same time I went live tonight. So for people who can't watch the stream live, all of the VODs are going up on YouTube, so people can watch them as and when they need to. Or as and when they want to, rather. So I've got that sorted, and got that scheduled. And then I've done some work on D&D content. I've got more work done on the Ranger subclass for Storm and Sunder. I've worked on some of the... Really, Cassie? Really? We're not even cleaned up yet. Sigh. But yeah, so I've done a lot of work. I've even put out a preview on Twitter and Kofi for the first in my third D&D project, which is Heroes and Heartthrobs. So yeah. It is Manhunting Crocodiles. It is 23 Manhunting Crocodiles. And Zaf is outside the base. And why is Lusa all the way out there? What the fuck was she doing? Oh. Fucking collecting steel, no doubt. No. Is she one of our miners? 8 mining. Okay, yeah, she's probably mining steel. She's not going to be able to get back in, I don't think. Okay, everyone up. Everyone in. How are we going to get you out of this? Let's see if you can outrun them. Okay, yeah, she's probably going to make it. Crocodiles are a little bit slow, that's fine. Okay, we've got 10 of the traps active, so we might take out 5 or 6 of the crocs. So, let's get our front line up. Everyone else there for now. Okay, you two there. You there. Galves at the back. The abandoned there. Okay. Rush, we're going to put you here, just in case we need to grab anyone. Does anyone here have useful powers against crocs? Ice powers, yes. Everyone else, no. Okay, Lucy made it into the base. And before I forget, all of our little rock dudes need to get in the base as well. Yeah, it's a fair bit of croc leather. Yeah, so 2 traps per croc. Take out 5, maybe. One, 2, 3, 4. Not great. I love the sound the anti-mech rifle makes. I do want to swap Leroy and Erin because Leroy has Frost Ray and I don't want anyone getting in the way of it. Because, watch this. Freeze them! So I do love vanilla Psychas Expanded. It's so much fun. And it's a very low cost power as well. It only costs 12% of your Psy Focus. And it generates 25 heat, but it's a consistent stream. But it's, you know, it's quite close range compared to some of the powers. But yeah. Okay, that's crocodiles. We will set those to hunt, and someone will go and finish them off. Did we not put Justin in the lineup? No, we didn't. Before we forget, let's unrestrict the rock dudes. And they'll help with the cleanup. Because all of these rotten corpses will get dragged over here to disintegrate. And you can see the last one we had was cheetahs. So it's just a shame that the ice powers aren't as effective against mechs. Ooh, a loot trader. Excellent. They might have some interesting items. But we do still need to clean up this area. Justin, you're hauling crocs. Jarvis, I know that you're a bit useless, but come and do some cleaning for me, please. Okay, yeah, no, you're far too slow. I'll get someone else to do that. They are moving very slow. Okay, the game's decided to slow down again. So we'll leave it on 2 times speed then, since we're not getting any speed boost from 3. USO is a major break risk. Well, you're in bed, so that's fine. And we'll send Chitin to talk to them. He's one of our best social pawns. We probably could do with doing regrow limbs on Chitin though. He needs that arm and the eye back really. Oh, they have a slave. Animal hater, yeah, no. And these traits. Industrious is good, but animal hater, world weary, rebel, and lush, which means he's always going to be drunk. And he's just going to hate animals. He's going to have a bad mood consistently. That's a big no. Do we want to get rid of any of the animals? We shall see later. We'll get rid of the insect jelly. We will get rid of the spare anima seed. We'll get rid of the shield cores for now. Construction artistic, not particularly needed. We do have. Oh, we've got a simple prosthetic arm. Yes, we built one. We built one for Chitin. Let's see. Ventricular sleeve. No. Predator stomach. Live longer with less food. Do I want that? Let's see. Privateer armor. Integrated grapple hook. An infestation repeller. That's tempting. But we'll have insectoid herds coming at us instead of infestations. But we can deal with those. So that costs 2,100. With what we're selling, give us negative 412. So we'll sell the grey-coated muffalon. We'll haul in the 8 silver, please. And the infestation repeller. We put that in this corner here. Rush while you're up. Okay, Rock Construct 13 is going to pick it up and drag it into storage, and then someone will have to go and drop it in place. Yeah, based on how I'm feeling at the moment, I think tonight's stream will definitely be on the shorter side, probably about 3 hours. I was planning on going, for the full 4, just over, but I am feeling out of it at the moment, so definitely going to be a bit on the shorter side. Okay, green. Just drop this in place for me before you go and have a meal. Okay, there we go. We have an infestation repeller. So the insectoid queen's going to be a little bit pissed off at us, but it means we're not going to have this situation. Which I would appreciate not having infestations. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be any difference between the higher speeds and basic speed. A Wobbuffet, why not? Okay, catch. Oh dear, my back is really tight tonight. But we are making a bit of progress. Uso is still in major break risk. You're hungry. You've seen a black queen. Okay, yeah, so the black queen gives us a bit of a mood debuff when we use that power, so we'll have to be careful about using that one again. But we shall see. Again, why is my phone going absolutely bananas when I'm live? It's ridiculous. How are our dryads looking? Okay, this tree's dropping. This one's dropping as well. Leroy Jenkins needs to get his butt in gear and keep them maintained. He is still set to 1 on plant cut. Yeah. He should be getting that done once he's finished his breakfast. So one of our rock constructs is getting some of the cleaning done. It's always appreciated. Pardon me. At least we're getting more power up and running. More power is always better. So let's see, does the geothermal count? Yeah, so the geothermal does block the wind turbine, but we now have, 3,600 watts of power. So Rush, when you get back in, deconstruct this wind turbine, please. And we'll put a bank of solar power generators in its place, because we want to have a decent surplus so we can fill up these batteries properly. Okay, so next we want to look into let's go with flak armor next, and we want to put in makeshift fuses. So the plan is to just have a single power conduit bringing power into these fuses here, which will distribute it amongst the batteries, and then from there we'll have an area that's protected against ZT events. So, you know, anything goes wrong, you know, the base won't blow up and set on fire. I nearly missed the ad starting again. Ad starting 5 seconds. 90-second ad break to turn off pre-rolls. We'll see you when we get back. Okay, welcome back from the ad break. I definitely needed that stretch. My back is aching something bad today. That's even with my painkillers. So, don't know what's going on, but I am probably due for a visit with the chiropractor. It's just finding time. Ah dear. We're getting the defences back up. Arguably, these traps are very useful. You know, they can help thin out the attackers a little bit, get some damage on them already, so we can hit them a little bit harder with you know, psi powers and guns. If I do get a chance to pick up something like a minigun or two, get that on some of our stronger pawns, some of our higher shooting pawns, that'll be incredibly useful. But at the moment, I'm surprised the abandoned hasn't gone to do his recreation yet. He seems to be working. Oh, that'll be why he's working a bit slower. He's got food poisoning. That's hardly surprising, given the amount of mess that was in here. I'd expect a few more pawns to have food poisoning by the end of the day as well. So we can just let them run for a bit now. They've got cleaning tasks to do, they've got work to do. There's no shortage of things for our pawns to get on with. Yes, I know, major break risk is going to be USO again. Oh, it's the abandoned this time. That's fine. He's very, very slow at the moment. His food poisoning is slowing him down significantly. But we've got some visitors from Ergo coming in. And I didn't notice before, but the anima tree is ready as well. So once we've done a bit more cleanup, I'll send Lucer to get another psi level. So one of the things we do need to... oh, we've got some upgrade kits. Nice. So we need upgrade kits to be able to repair our androids. So we need to replace left shoulder, right shoulder, and the right sight sensor. So right sensor and left and right shoulder. Right shoulder, left shoulder. And we'll set these for medical. We'll send Jarvis to rest. And who was it that was crafting? I think it was Red Snail. He does have sensory mechanites, which is a bit of a pain. But the sensory mechanites do actually improve his manipulation. So that should give him slightly better outcomes. On this run, we are currently 1 day, 15 hours and 45 minutes. So we've had 22 raids, 52 major threats. We've lost 4 colonists. We've taken nearly 300,000 points of damage. Yeah, it's been going for a while on this one. From a tribal start with just 5 colonists, we've come quite a long way. We did lose one of our original 5, which is Duraga. Unfortunately, we were nowhere near having electricity, so he's buried here alongside Bo, who was the main coon cat that we started with. He died in an infestation. And because he was bonded, we had to do a funeral for him, otherwise people would have got a bit upset. Okay, Jarvis has a crude light sensor, so now he can see a bit better. Now we just need to get him some proper replacement arms, so that he's not useless. But see, even just replacing that eye brought his research speed up from 20% to 34%. So it's making good improvements. And replacing the arm, it's 95% efficiency rather than 25. So that instantly brings him up to 60% manipulation. And his research speed again is now up to 43%. He's going to have a slower research speed because he's a dunce and he's a tier 1 android, but it's better than nothing. Red Snail is grabbing the last arm. We do have a replacement leg for Justin. For the future, when they get tier 4 bodies, we've got a cybernetic leg as well. We've pulled out a mutant arm from our tetragenic originator. So we've got that to install on someone if they ever want it. We've got an architect arm. We've got a simple process. Do we give Chitin the architect arm? Because he does need an arm. You know what? Operations. Install the architect arm. There's the right arm, isn't it? Yeah. Who is our best medic? I think it is Rush. Rush is healthy. Good. Hey, when Chitin gets into bed, let's get operating. A wild Crustle. Poke catch. Why not? So one of the things I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to move the medicine to be closer to any potential hospital that I build, which might end up being down here, because I will need the hospital to be close to the front lines, and having it close to the freezer will help as well. Okay, let's get kiting this architect arm. Hopefully this goes well. Hey, I actually caught something this stream. Nice. It's the first Pokemon I've caught today. Excellent. So now he's got the architect arm, which is 150% efficiency. We do just need to get him an eye. We do have a cornea implant, but the cornea implant can only go in an eye that you already have. So we can only install it in his right eye, and he's missing his left. Are the home zones set up? Ooh, the home zone over that bit there. Yeah, they should be cleaning, they're just choosing not to. Justin is hauling bits to the traps. And it's that means Justin is running out of things to actually do. So let's get his left leg replaced. Basic replacement leg, left leg. Rest, please. It'll take him a little while to get here. By then, Red Snail will be up and out of bed. I just noticed that people are walking through that space there because there's a wall missing. Okay, sorry, I've just had a real big wave of fatigue hit. I really don't want to do super short streams, but I think I might have to. I'm going to try and push through to 2 hours, and then I'll see how I feel, as that just knocked me for 6. Okay, so Justin is back up to speed now. He's 98% moving, which is a lot better than when he was hopping around on his stump. But we're making good progress. Things are getting cleaned up generally. The temple is clean. We do need to replace the tables though. And the chair. Oh dear, yeah, today's been a long day. I'll definitely feel better when I collapse into bed later. Yeah, it's like I say, I'll go through to 2 hours and then I'll see how I feel. But yeah, I'm definitely not feeling myself. It's amazing how because I usually take, you know, an hour, maybe 2 hour naps in the middle of the day. It's amazing how that can change how the rest of your day goes. So that's how I've been pushing myself today, just because there's a lot of things I want to do, and I'm not going to get them done if I don't, you know, buckle down and focus on actually doing them. But yeah, hopefully I do get better over time. I would very much like to not have fatigue anymore. But it's been, you know, how long's it been now? Last infection was March, the end of March. So it's been, you know, a good 6 months since I was. Yeah, I don't push myself this hard all the time, but it's today I was just feeling like I needed to be a bit more productive. But yeah, I'm like I said, I'm feeling it, and let's just do an upgrade to his powers. And yeah, I do need to reset my sleep patterns as well. So wearing myself out today, I'll sleep during the night, and then I'll be up at a reasonable time tomorrow, in theory. Though knowing my luck, I'll go to sleep early and wake up early. And then I'll have the opposite problem of being up far too early and not being able to get a lot of other things done. Yeah, it's definitely longer. It's if you get what some of the doctors are calling long COVID symptoms, it can take a lot longer to recover. I mean, the fatigue for me started in When was my second infection? The second infection was about probably August 2020. And that was when I developed the first bout of fatigue. And I've been really suffering with that since. Was it the second one? I can't remember tonight. But yeah, it's like I said earlier, I've been lucky to avoid any major complications. But the fatigue really does suck. I would very much appreciate it if it just fucked right off. How is our power situation looking here? Okay, we'll make sure that's connected there. So we've got a circular power loop here, just to make sure that, you know, if these get broken, we've still got power going through here and through here. Yeah, it's my first time with it, it was really minor. I felt fine, but I tested positive. And then I started having a few of the symptoms. The second and third time were a lot worse, but I had nothing other than the fatigue. I had nothing, you know, that really affected me longer term. And yeah, the other ones were minor, but all 5 times I caught COVID at job interviews, which means people who I went and interviewed with went into work with active infections. And it's like, how can you care so little about other people that you know that you're ill and you go into work anyway? I mean, we live in a country where it's not great, but we actually have sick pay. So you can take time off and still get paid. It's not a lot of money, but it helps. Ridiculous. But yeah, I could rant for days about people infecting people at their own workplaces. It's makes no sense to me, really. How are we looking on our power supply? 9,300. Pretty good. Yeah, it's been frustrating because yeah, I've been job hunting, and you know, I have to go to interviews because because I was claiming universal credit. If I got an interview, I wasn't allowed to not go to it. If I was physically capable of going to it, I had to. And so, you know, I was in places where I was forced to interact with other people. People were unmasked. They'd just been dicks about the entire thing. But then to go into work with an active infection, yeah. Yeah, I did. It's because obviously we've got the NHS app, and so I got out of the interview and I was on my way home, and the app flashed up and told me, "You've been in contact with someone recently who It's told us they've got an active infection. You know, self-isolate and get tested as soon as you can, etc, etc, etc. And you only get that notification if someone has tested positive and has put it into the app to say that they've tested positive. And it's like, you've gone through all that effort, you know you're positive, and then you still go to work. You're a dick. But yeah, with that rant, I think you're right. I'm definitely pushing myself a bit too hard tonight. Yeah, it's an hour and a half. I'm gonna have to call it here. I'm starting to like really struggle to keep going. So me save and quit to the menu, and let's get. I forgot I rearranged this so I could do it without moving that. The ending screen. Yeah, I'm starting to feel it now. Let me see someone live. Okay, let's see who can. Yeah, okay, let's just go and drop into Slay's chat. Okay, Twitch, there we go. Okay, so we do have a raid message. We'll drop that into Slay's chat. I'm going to drop in, say hi, and then I'll probably peace out and go to bed. We have Twitter is the best place to catch my go lives and everything I post. Storm and Sunder on itch.io is where I post the main meat of my D&D content. And then I have Ko-fi for everything else. There's creatures being posted on there, and there will eventually be characters posted on there. We do have a Discord server where you have an opt-in role for Discord pings when I go live. And, you know, everything's all cross-posted in there. There's links for all of my content, etc. But yeah, let me get the raid going. Slay 3k. Slay has a really great vibe. It's really good community, good people. He's currently playing the mortuary assistant. So let's go and say hi to Slay. I'm not playing D&D tomorrow, so our Monday game has moved to Tuesdays. So I should be able to stream tomorrow night. So probably about 7 o'clock-ish, I'll be going live, probably with more RimWorld. But I'll update Twitter to say what I'm playing. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Thank you for dropping in.